Toyota will let you know that they're ready to be driven with the indicator light right there. It says ready. So to get underway, put your foot firmly on the brake and just pull this lever down or to the left and down. There you go. It doesn't stay in that position, but your indicators up here will show you where you are. Just watch this truck coming in. So this is your information center up here. And then you know the route, so we'll just head on out to the right there. Right now it's probably under electricity only. Seems very quiet. There's a setting on this information center that will allow you to see what's going on, and I'll show you here. If you just stop for 1 second. This is a pretty cool feature. Once your finger hovers over these buttons, you see the 3D appears by the speedo. So this display here will give you different options. And where we are right now, this just shows us with arrows to the different icons which way the power is going. Let's go ahead and pull on out. And this is normal mode right now. So you can select one of 3 modes right here. Power. What that's doing, I believe it's just simply changing the throttle response, so the feel in the gas pedal. And also the gears. So it's going to probably stay in a higher numeric gear number. Remember, it's a CVT transmission, so the adjustments are going to be infinite between the lowest and the highest gear that you could be in. So under power, that's what you get, a little more feel. Economy mode, you select it again here. You see our information changed. This bar graph is going to represent when you're under power or when you're decelerating or even charging. So like when you start braking, it goes into the regenerative braking program, and it'll indicate it right there too. It's a lot of information screens you can look at on this. And see our indicator here. So that's economy mode. It's going to work to get you the best economy, so I don't know if you could feel on the gas pedal, the throttle actually, that the sensitivity may have changed slightly.
Yes, it's like responsiveness differs.
Yes, that's kind of what you're doing right here. So by hitting economy mode again, it's just into the normal mode. Once you drive one of these Prius for a while, you can start learning how to get the best mileage. You know, first time around the block, it's going to feel a little different, but as you become familiar with them, you can tell how they drive and how to adjust for it. So you see, you're in the power mode right now. And really, you get the same power in any mode that you're in. You just might have to push the throttle farther down, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's one other mode. The B here is for engine braking. I kind of call that the mountain road setting. Chevrolet Volt has a setting similar to that. But what we're doing with it on the Prius, when you pull this lever down, it's going to use the generator, which is recharging the batteries. It's going to more aggressively recharge the batteries and slow you down, so you don't have to ride your brake going down a hill. So I'll show you how to pull it down. It's a little more aggressive of a recharging program. It's like the old days when you used to shift to lower gear to hold yourself back to slow the vehicle down. What's nice about this setting is it recharges the battery fairly quickly, maybe a little more quickly than normal, because if you're in the mountains, you may be faced having to go up a hill, so you'll be doing it with a full battery charge and full power. You can kind of hear that. You can hear when the gas engine comes on. So if you want to try something and push that display button, you can cycle through. This screen I call this the report card. It's kind of showing you how well you've done. Each one of those bars represents your fuel mileage. Once you stop here, I'll show you something else. Next to the speedometer, you see that 0, 50, 100. That's your instantaneous mileage, which actually relates to this bar graph. There's these icons, which are little Prius cars. And that just shows you that you had a a certain amount of regenerative braking. So you created a certain amount of watts under regenerative braking. It's 30 watts.
And the
Kilowatts.
braking is being recycled into the power.
Right. So instead of your braking energy going off as heat, which it normally does on a normal vehicle, it's being converted and put into the battery as stored potential energy. Here's another cool setting. If you just let up on the gas just a little bit, not the brake. EV, okay, maybe going a little too fast for it. On this street, it seemed to work at about 22 miles an hour. EV, there we are. EV mode is, we're forcing the internal combustion engine to not come on. Now, if you ask for too much power, like too much acceleration, or we exceed the speed, it'll deactivate and then allow the internal combustion engine to come on to help us get more speed out of it. This is a cool setting. You can go up to almost a mile just on electric only. So from that last stop sign back there, many times I've been able to come all the way back here just under electric power only. And this whole distance we're not using any fuel at all. So you can hear that it's not even on the engine. You're back. See, that the whole way was electric power only.
Okay, great.
What did you think